Right, hang on 2 seconds. We
That's
should be live. Right, I'm just checking.
Have a look, make sure it's all working.
Yeah, just checking. Remember, we've got pick a winner's chicken dinner. Yeah, we are alive.
Yeah, I'll let you handle that. We're just giving that one away, yeah. Or
Giving that one away. There's one on TikTok. Don't stop.
Yeah.
And then how many? We've got a couple more. So yeah, there'll be a couple more.
There's 5 in total. Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll do a couple more.
I can drop. Well, we could do one in the show live in chat. So you could drop one in chat if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Do you want to
We'll see if anyone's in there.
tweet your well? Do you want to tweet out? We're live.
We're done.
We're done. Okay.
Already done.
So I'm recording. I'm streaming. We're looking fine. You're good to go when you're ready.
Check the audio that's actually going out.
Oh yeah. Testing, and you two best talk as well.
Yeah.
In the show live in chat.
Yeah.
You could drop one in chat if you wanted to.
Just waiting for Graham to say something.
Yeah, I'm all good.
You want to?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, all right.
Volumes are
Turn
fine
that down.
as well.
Right. Seemed all right from what I just said there.
Cool. All right. Well, done. Let's
Cool.
get this,
all right, little pre-show. Let's get into the swing of it, shall we?
Yep.
Are you ready, Dan?
No. Don't make me do it, man. Don't make me do it.
Are you ready, Gray?
Yeah. I've also got the trailers.
Ready?
Well, you'll have to bear with me with the trailers, but I've got trailers ready when needed.
Hopefully, they don't lag like your videos lagging as well.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully. We'll wait and see. But yeah.
See what comes.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, hit
Okey-dokey. All right. So we'll have a quick. Everyone's there already. I'm really checked, but we're gonna start fresh. Ready? Hello, and welcome to episode 66 of the Xbox Tavern's Xpod Tavern podcast. I am Jamie, and once again joined by MPV Graham.
Hello.
Milliman. No, whoa, where is Milliman Ian? What about Scottish Gruff? Oh, no Scottish Gruff this week either. We just got ladies' favourite Daniel. Hello, Daniel.
Hello, and I'll apologise for the shit show of how this looks. I apologise now profusely.
Looks wonderful. Head over to youtube.com/Xbox7official and you can see what a wonderful job Daniel's done in getting the episode ready for where we are right now. Recording live there every Sunday night, 8 p.m. ish. And yeah, and you can also find it on podcast services around the globe, which hopefully you've done because you already listened to our lovely voices. Yeah, as I said, Millie Man Ian and Scottish Gruff are out watching some big burly men run into each other, chasing around a ball or something. I don't know.
A ball? It's an egg, isn't it?
They do.
An egg, funny shaped football.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold shaped thing.
Again, it should be called hand egg.
But yeah, they'll be back next week, no doubt, to give us shit for not finishing games or not getting achievements or I don't know, whatever Ross says. I can't understand half the time.
Ooh.
All right.
Pish.
Pish. I can already hear him. You shower of pricks.
That's just a Dan.
Yeah. All right, so we get into the news, gentlemen. Hello, let's get going. So, this first story. We're still banging on about Activision Blizzard because it's going to keep going until the deal is finalized at some point in the next year or so. There's going to be news popping up left, right, and center for it. This one, get me words out. It's about them keeping games on PlayStation and also Nintendo Switch with across the board of titles. So the statement from Brad Smith, who is the Microsoft president and vice chair. That's a very fancy sounding title. He says, first, some commentators have asked whether we will continue to make popular content like Activision's Call of Duty available on competing platforms like Sony's PlayStation. It's a very business way of wording that sentence. The obvious concern is that Microsoft could make the title available exclusively for Xbox, undermining opportunities for Sony PlayStation users. To be clear, Microsoft will continue to make Call of Duty and other popular Activision Blizzard titles available on PlayStation through the term of any existing agreement with Activision. And we've committed to Sony that we will also make them available on PlayStation beyond the existing agreement and into the future so that Sony fans can continue to enjoy the games they love. We're also interested in taking similar steps to support Nintendo's successful platform, i.e. the Switch. We believe this is the right thing for the industry, for gamers, and for our business. And then, so as it says in the article here, it's that Phil obviously tweeted out a couple of weeks ago when it's saying, just had good chats with Sony about, sticking to the agreements we've made with them prior to the purchase, etc., etc. So it seems like Ross could have been right all along. They're going to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, possibly start bringing stuff to the Switch and various other games as well. I would imagine that would cover Overwatch, Diablo. I was struggling to think of the other one now. But any thoughts on this? Because Dan, you and Ross put a video up on YouTube, didn't you? Sort of a breakout from the podcast where we discussed what they should do.
We did. Well, it was a clip from the podcast from 2 weeks ago, and it was the kind of thought process of once the deal was struck, what Microsoft could do. And I mean, he was adamant that PlayStation, well, COD would always be on PlayStation. I suppose if you look at the numbers, they have said that I think PlayStation's COD on PlayStation is the second best game or bestseller they've got. So if you're going to try to recoup some of this money, then you need to put it on PlayStation. However, I did see something yesterday, I think from, what was his name? Brad Sims. And he was mentioning that potentially, obviously, Microsoft are trying to push Game Pass on PlayStation and Nintendo. So could this be a way around kind of going, oh yeah, it will be there, but you need the Game Pass app to play. I mean, who knows until it's signed, sealed.
It could be their, as you said, their way of, we'll continue to bring it to PlayStation as long as, we'll see, I suppose, what we were with that. But are any thoughts on
it was always going to happen. I mean, why would they take it away from PlayStation? That whole exclusive thing is just a way of just to sort of wave it in their face, but financially is suicide to do something like that. You just want to keep raking in that money and just do what kind of the way that Sony do it, just pick a big old Microsoft or Xbox thing on the loading thing to say, you're playing one of ours now, enjoy. That's all they kind of needed to do, still rake in the money, but just make the game available on theirs too.
I mean, it makes sense. I think, as I said a few weeks ago, I'd like to see everything on everything. So this could be one step towards that sort of future where, Sony own Bungie now and they're going to keep on Xbox. Microsoft own Activision, they're going to keep Call of Duty, etc., on Xbox, PlayStation as well.
What I'd like to see is if it was a way to sort of the leverage crossplay, like they, as a way to sort of steer it, saying, look, okay, we'll bring it to you, but you have to kind of allow players to mix platforms.
Yeah.
Because that'd be interesting.
So hopefully we'll get to see more multiplayer, cross-platform, cross-progression, fusion fingers.
Yeah.
Get everybody involved.
Except for PC. Those bellends can play by themselves and hack all they want with their fucking mods.
Whoa, Master Race, you can't say that. Well, going off of your sort of sentiment there, Gray, they've also said this week, let me find who it was, Brad Smith again, in an interview with CNBC, talking about releasing a universal app store for all devices. So, as you were saying, people together, what he says is what we're focused on doing well as the Activision deal is creating a new universal app store that will enable any gamer on any device to access and download and use any app. So work on mobile, consoles, PCs, etc. And I think it will bring new opportunities for people to play and people who create games and stuff. So this could be again part of, perhaps as Dan was saying, sort of get Game Pass on everything. And you've still got Call of Duty on there, but you've got to subscribe to the Game Pass app. You've got to work your way through that. Or like you said, getting people, no matter where you're playing, you've all got access to the same games. So yes, that could be interesting. I wonder if we will finally see that that Game Pass logo on PlayStation Store and Switch Store and whatever else, Ouya and television and all the other consoles.
That, and I'm glad they're sticking with one app to fit all, because they've got fucking apps coming out their arse around the Xbox, the normal companion app, the betas, the Game Pass ones. Stick it all under one app. Don't do betas and all this other thing. Just make it all work under one app.
Exactly. Don't, because I think at one point it was quite condensed, wasn't it? And then they just slowly started separating up again. We end up with Game Pass and Xbox, and as you said, betas and smart glass and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, just that's the reason why I don't really give a stuff what they do with Sony wise, just for us and phones and everything. Just put it all onto one app.
I'd make it so much simpler, wouldn't it? One app is the way to go. Hopefully, one day.
Oh,
No, have we lost Jamie?
And I'm back. Sorry, I couldn't see you, so I've just had to refresh. Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome back.
Hello.
Oh,
yeah.
What were you saying? Sorry, interrupt you.
He was just saying about it would definitely make more sense to have the one app as well.
Yeah.
It
One app
makes
all the
clear
way.
sense.
Right. So we'll see what happens. Again, we've still got a year or so of this news and stuff to going on with Activision Blizzard. But one more news story this week, very quick one. Indie devs are potentially worried about what the deal could mean for them and Game Pass. So there was Tanya Short, who worked on Boyfriend Dungeon. I don't suppose either of you have played that. They say the Activision acquisition strikes fear in us because it makes it so much more obvious. Maybe they could dominate the rest of the year. And then what do we do? So she's effectively getting that because they'll have Starfield, Elder Scrolls games, Call of Duty, WoW, maybe Overwatch, etc. All on there. All these huge games at once. Maybe smaller titles like Boyfriend Dungeon or this one that's down here further. I can't see what game he made. Like Human Fall Flat could possibly, even though they'll still be on a service, they'll be shoved to the side. They've got sort of outmaneuvered by all the big games coming in. I would probably argue against that because if you've got more people subscribing to Game Pass for Call of Duty, for example,
There's more opportunity.
gives you more opportunity to be like, oh, what else is on this service? Obviously, not everybody's going to look into that, but
what's the
for me,
alternative? If they didn't do this, they're still just kind of, they have to be on the Game Pass there. You have to be kind of in it to win it. So if they got their indie games on Game Pass, the opportunities is there. If the game's good, then word will get out. Someone will play it. Not everyone that buys Game Pass are just looking for the AAA stuff. Some people like it because of the variety that's on there.
Exactly. That's the strength. I mean, there's 500 odd games now,
and it makes you try things you don't normally try. That's pretty much been our kind of discovery since it's kind of gone live. Everyone's found something that they wouldn't normally play and just recommended it.
Yeah, and they've been adding so many. Oh, sorry, Daniel. Go on.
Sorry, I was just going to say that they. Who was it on the team? There's a quote saying, I think it was I think the game was actually Human Fall Flat, where they said, so 60% of people tried Human Fall Flat, never played a puzzler before, and out of those 60% of people, 40% of them purchased the game. So the kind of worry of, oh no, COD's going to take...
They went to go on to buy another game as well, like a different... They thought, oh, Human Fall Flat's really good. Let's try another puzzle game that's on the Xbox that I wouldn't have even looked at before.
Yeah, so the whole thing of COD's going to be in it, it's going to take all the player bases. I can't see that happening because potentially people could have bought COD all the time and they wouldn't have had that flux of players anyway.
Now they've got the opportunity to have COD and go, well, I'm getting killed too many times tonight. Let me have a look at what else is on the service.
Yeah, totally. And then the fact that you've got games or shooters at the moment that are coming out shit in the bed.
We'll get to that one in a minute, I guess. But so we'll see. It can only be a good thing in my eyes, but hopefully, as you alluded to, it will continue to push indie games because there's some fucking cracking indie games on there.
There is.
And
her argument needs a bit more weight and a bit more direction. That argument seems to be a bit odd.
Yeah. It's just a worry, isn't it? It's just a kind of oh my God, we're going to get slaughtered. And he's like, well, no.
They're worried they might be squeezed out, but yeah. It take a lot more than squeeze out everyone. Not everyone's a Bethesda fan, not everyone's a COD fan.
Exactly. It's not going to take I'm only going to buy a Game Pass. I'm only going to play COD. How many other games? I don't care. I'm only going to play this one game. At least
the whole idea is to make it more accessible.
Foot in the door, innit? Yeah. Foot in the door. Yeah. So we'll see about that. However, that's enough of Activision Blizzard news this week because we're going to talk about it every week, I think. So let's move on to something else, shall we? Let's move on to The Wolf Among Us gets a first trailer for the sequel, which has been waited upon for about 10 years at this point now. Have either of you guys had a chance to watch it yet?
Not the trailer. I haven't. No, I saw the picture saying it was coming. I didn't know it actually had a trailer just yet.
I only watched about 3 seconds and then was like, do I need to play Wolf Among Us 1?
Well, that was going to be my next question. I'm assuming you haven't. Gray, have you played Wolf Among Us? I can't remember. Yes,
Of
it's
course,
good. It's fucking
it's awesome.
awesome.
It is
It's
great.
definitely one of the best. I think we've had this discussion before, but for me, Walking Dead, and then Tales from the Borderlands, then Wolf Among Us. It's fucking brilliant.
It is awesome. Yeah.
Do you want to tell us what you enjoy about it, Graham? Even though it's been many years, obviously, since we played it.
Just the character development, just the characters in general, the personality of all the different characters, the storylines kind of takes you around the houses of a grittier version of the fairy tales, and just kind of mashes it all up into like a gritty detective storyline around it. It's quite
You sort of control what's in it? It's a Big B, isn't it?
big beer.
It's the big bad wolf. It's sort of like realist. I forget how they're all disguised as humans, aren't they? All the characters and stuff. I can't remember how they do it. It's some sort of
There's a
magic
potion or spell
glamour
or
or
something.
something?
Yeah, glamour. It's something like that.
glamour,
Yeah.
that's it.
So that's the
And
frog
then-
or whatever, or the pig. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the pigs is hiding out with you, isn't he?
Yeah. And then you've got big bad wolf. You've got Snow White. You've got like Beauty and the Beast, stuff like that. All these fairy tales.
Woodcutter.
Into like a wood realistic, well, not realistic, obviously, like a cartoon stylized, but they're in the real world, as it were. And yes, it's a fucking brilliant game. Absolutely tremendous. Definitely one of the best Telltale series they got. They left it on a cliffhanger. I don't remember the cliffhanger. I'm not going to spoil it for Daniel if we do remember it, but this trailer looks like it doesn't pick up where that left off. Because I remember he was chasing after someone when he, again, I'm not going to spoil it for people who haven't played it, but this trailer is about him staking out a job and going in and fighting everyone and turning into the big bad wolf. And he's sort of like an anger management class in there. So how did this happen? And he's sort of telling the story as it goes. And I'm not really sure who he was fighting. I didn't recognize the characters, but they got like a whole new engine. It looks fucking lovely. It looks much more cartoon stylized than the previous one did. And yeah, but we got to wait till 2023, which is a shame because I could do with it anytime now, really.
Well, the fact that we know it's coming is way more than what we had before. We just had a hope. Now it's more than a hope.
Because I think before the original Telltale got shut down, they had announced it, and then they obviously got sort of disbanded. And now this new Telltale has sort of come back in and taken over.
It looks a lot better than obviously all the other Telltale games. It looks a lot more polished, a lot more cleaner, slick.
The visuals are sort of just
superb, absolutely superb.
So
but not as good as the first Walking Dead one, Dan?
Oh God, that was dreadful.
I don't think he saw your wink there, so we'll just move past that.
Yeah.
Let's get to. I'll save the best for last. Crossfire X.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
So this came out a couple of days ago on Game Pass. I don't know if either of you. I know Dan's played a little bit. I don't know if you played it, great, but I said last week I think I played the beta of it when it was out, and it was fucking dreadful. And it seems that was basically the mantra
game?
they went with. Yeah, they were like, well, the beta was shit, so we might as well just carry it on. So it came out on Thursday. There's 2 campaigns. I didn't realize this prior to release, but only one is included in Game Pass. You got to buy the second one.
Yeah.
However,
is it 2 levels and then you got to buy the second something
stupid like that? Yeah. But even if you've got Game Pass, people are struggling to access the first campaign. There's some sort of issue with. I think they've got it labelled as a pricing issue or some shit at the minute.
Yeah, Carlos has he's got that issue at the moment. So I had a quick game of Crossfire with him today, and I said, "Oh, you should just have to go to here and it will be up." And he was like, "No, it just takes me to the store and then asks me to pay money." I was like, "Well, that's weird."
Yeah,
and I said,
I went
"My
to look
copy
at it the
must
other day.
have."
Yeah, because you got a review copy, right?
Yeah, I got a review copy, and
Did that give you both campaigns? Or
I believe I've got both. Yeah, both installed.
Now you have to play both of them.
Do you know the annoying thing is, it's like playing with mud, and then you go play the campaign, and it's like just waving your hand in water. It's just, the difference is absolutely shocking, so shocking.
I'm intrigued to try it.
2 teams
because it was Remedy who did the single player, wasn't it?
Yeah.
and then Smilegate or Smilebit or something did the multiplayer, and it is awful, Graham. I know you're not a big online multiplayer shooter anyway, but fan anyway, but it's fucking dreadful. It took, when I first loaded up, about a minute for my button presses to register in the menu, and then when I did eventually get into a game, it's just not very good. It's really not very good.
It feels like it's a PC port, and that's it. They've managed to be able to give you controls with it, and they've said, "Oh, there you go, off you go." It is so bad.
Yeah, it's just not fun at all. It strikes me as like a poor man's Counter-Strike, and I never really played Counter-Strike properly, but it just, I got into a game, I got shot in the head immediately, and I had to sit around for 5 minutes and watch while my teammates crouched in the corner, not doing anything. Well, fucking shoot someone then.
Don't play Search and Destroy, the worst game mode ever for that game.
Yeah.
You want to play Capture Point, whatever it's called. That's the better one.
Yeah, not enjoying it whatsoever, and it seems that Game Pass isn't keen either, because it's like, nope, don't play it. We're going to make it hard for you to play, which is a shame, as you said, because if the single player is actually much better than the multiplayer, then the people are getting a real bad first impression.
Yeah, night and day. It is night and day. The trouble, I was saying to Carlos, though, it's going to be unfortunate for Remedy, because they are going to be tarred with the same brush. They're going to say the multiplayer is shit, Remedy is shit. That's it, because you're attached to the project. But yeah,
and even if it is well, I mean, hopefully we'll get the access to the campaign, at least the first bit, and I can try and play it at some point, because I would like to at least try it. But yeah, I don't think I'll bother with the multiplayer anymore somehow. We're certainly not making it fucking Project Game Pass, that's for sure.
Oh Christ, no! Jesus Christ!
Hell no!
I'm busy that month.
You're busy that month and the month after. It's sad, because there was so much hype for this game, and they pushed it so hard at E3, and then obviously the silence is obviously deafening. It shows how bad, or how much they realised how much shit this was going to be.
I mean, there was a lot of scuttlebutt on Twitter and stuff on, not that there's never any fucking arguments or dissenting voices on there, but I can't remember his name, Colt Eastwood, I think it was, or whatever his name is. He looked up he put up a thing saying there's not even one review for it on launch day, and he got some like pre-release opportunity, like an influencer thing, and he turned it down because he knew it was going to be shit, and then it's come out and it's just absolutely shit. So he's like dodged a bullet there.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems I think we got our review code the day of launch.
Yes.
And it seems no one else got one ahead of the launch either, which is not to be surprising, I guess, if it's that fucking dreadful.
This is why I tried to sidestep it and not play it. But then I saw that it was sat there. I was like, for God's sake, I have to play this now, don't I?
So we'll see. Daniel's review will be up, no doubt, soon, and hopefully the campaign is at least worth effort once you get into access it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd stay away from the multiplayer. I'll just go back to fucking playing Halo or fucking anything. It's not good. All right, time for some good news, though, shall we?
Please.
Best for last. Right, gentlemen. I know you're all big Resident Evil fans. There we go. I knew it. So, Fanbyte, Imran Khan, the Don Imran Khan has come out with some rumors and speculation that he's heard for the Resident Evil 4 remake.
Isn't he fighting? Isn't he a boxer?
I
was like the wrong Khan.
Yes,
oh, it's the wrong Khan.
Amir Khan, isn't it? Yeah,
Sorry.
Almost.
Racist.
So he's yeah, well, I like Imran Khan. He's good. So he's been talking about Resident Evil 4 as being remade. Obviously, they're going to really reveal it soon. He hopes, and supposedly based on Resident Evil 2's remake, where they took a lot of the basis of the story and the locations and stuff, and then just completely reworked it. That's what they're working with here. So rather than just doing a shot-for-shot remake, they're going the extra mile to make it a whole new game. So, for example, the opening bit in the village where you got to fight off a load of Granados as your escorts are burning on the stake. Used to take place in the middle of the day, now it can take place at night. And they're going to add more development to side characters like Sherry, what's her name? Ashley, and Ada, her side mission as well. And it was originally being made by M2, but they kind of shit the bed by the sounds of it. So it's been taken back in-house. And yeah, it just sounds like they're going to work a bit more of a creepy, more survival horror vibe than the original, which was a bit more action focused, but still fucking awesome, especially compared to Resident Evil 5 and 6 that followed it. But yeah, so is there any interest here, or should we just move on? I know Graham's well excited to play again.
Yeah, my only interest is I didn't know when Nintendo took over Capcom. How many times do you have to remake and reboot the same fucking game? Are they even making any more new ones? To just keep rebooting every single one in the series.
Yeah, I mean
The reboots are catching up with the bloody next in the series.
True. Hopefully they'll remake 5 and 6 and make them good, and then that will be up to par then. But Dan, you got any interest in playing Resident Evil 4 remake if and when?
Well, I've never played it, so yeah, I will sit down. I will try it out. But yeah, like Graham said, why keep going and remaking? I know it's a money spinner, but at some point you got to turn around and stop, haven't you?
Well, I mean, they're going to run out of games to remake eventually.
Yeah, I know. Are you looking forward to playing the reboot of Village next year?
Yeah, the original Resident Evil remake did in the GameCube was so good. I think that kind of just spurred them on. And then obviously Resident Evil 2 was one of my favorite games of all time. That remake. Resident Evil 3 not so much, but it was still much better. Well, much better than I thought it would be. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to 4, and then eventually 5 and 6. And we don't need to remake 7 or 8 yet. Give it another couple of decades before we get back to that one. Yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah, definitely taking Nintendo's model there.
Yeah.
Just don't even bother making new games. Just keep redoing the old ones. I'll still play them.
I mean, the VR remake of 4 that I've been playing, I haven't played it for a few weeks at this point, but it's fucking brilliant. It's so good. But I'd like a proper new, upspuffed, hardcore survival horror one with shiny new visuals and settings and locations and stuff, a la Resident Evil 2. That'd be good. So yeah, all Resident Evil chatter en route. Activision Blizzard and Resident Evil is going to be the topics of the week every week now until we get both things finalized.
Until 2023, Jesus.
Yeah. So cool. That's about all the news. Any other news tidbits you want to bring up, gentlemen, before we move on to the rest of the show?
I haven't got my Google Doc up because I've lost the screen, so the stream is coming in a little bit better.
That's good. Yeah, I've noticed it's picked up a little bit now. Gray, any thoughts? Anything you saw this week you'd like to bring up?
No, all I saw was this random clickbait, which was nonsense. People desperate to sell their Xbox to buy the PS. I don't know why.
Oh, that was our good friends over at the Sun, wasn't it?
Yeah, desperate are they? They're
desperate to sell it because. Oh, I didn't even read it. I'm not sure why. So I don't need to give it any more oxygen, but
clickbait. But that's the only kind of thing I found because they get popping up in my newsfeed. It's so rubbish.
Yeah, that's as much as I understand the need for articles like that, I don't see. It's just it's just a waste of fucking space. You won't find any of that sort of shit on XboxTavern.com, which you can go to read our reviews and features and opinions. It aren't clickbait shit. It's actually generally decent stuff. I say generally, it is all decent, obviously, but go check our reviews out and our features and have a click around. Why not? You can also find us on Twitter at Xbox Tavern if you want to tweet at us and tell Graham how much he should be enjoying Stealth and Dying Light 2. Or other bits and pieces. And you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Rate and review us. We'll read it out on the show. That'd be wonderful. 5 stars, is it, Daniel?
It's 5 stars. We get to read out your comments, so you can put what you like.
Whatever you like, Daniel will read it. No problem.
I'll read it out, and those are the ones that catch my eye. Those 5 stars.
Same with Spotify, and you can also go on to TikTok.
Don't stop.
I hate that fucking app. Honestly, it winds me up. But I keep it for you, Daniel. I keep it for you.
Daily news being dropped on TikTok.
There is. That's the only good thing about TikTok. It's daily Xbox Tavern content.
Exactly, and the fact that you could win a copy of was it Oddworld at the moment? Which I've got a competition.
Strangers Wrap.
Yeah, I've got a competition running up until the 15th. So you've got to comment on the video that I said and follow. Easy peasy.
That. And you could win yourself a copy of Oddworld Strangers Wrap HD, which just got released last Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, something like that.
There's also a competition going on Twitter, isn't there?
There is. It closed at 8 o'clock today. Oh.
Okay, yes. So we're going to read out the winner shortly.
Yep, shortly, sure. Right, I was going to get my phone ready.
If you got them there, might as well read them out now while we're on it.
Well, I am literally going to go. We don't do any kind of random. generator.
While you're looking it up,
Yeah.
I'll just say, thank you very much to everybody who has followed us over the last several months, especially on YouTube and stuff. We're sort of working our way up on there. And yeah, that'd be wonderful if you're interested in getting involved in the chat down below. Hit us up on Twitter, and we've got Discord. All the links are down below, as Daniel has set up for us wonderfully. And you can also head over to insertcoinclothing.com and get 20% off with our code Xbox Tavern 22. This not working on the usual stuff, gift cards, etc. But they got some fantastic clothes on there. I'm wearing my Resident Evil t-shirt on there. I've got the Insert Coin hat this evening. Keep my head nice and warm in this fucking oven of a house.
Right.
Yeah, so go over there. So Daniel, read our winner.
Well,
please.
I'm gonna. So they're all on my phone. So on my phone, I am literally gonna just scroll, and then when you're ready, tell me to stop.
I'll let Graham have the honour.
I'll say stop.
Okay, we are going with Richard Pierce. We are going to DM you right now. Winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner. So thank you very much, Richard, and thank you very much for everyone else for entering. We have still got a couple of codes to give away. So if you're listening and you think, fuck, I missed it, you've still got a few more chances. Keep an eye on the Twitter or the TikTok, if you must, over the next few days, and we'll get another competition going. So yeah, good luck, welcome, well done, and enjoy.
Yes.
Let us know what you think of the game when you get to play it. Cool. All right. I think that's enough fucking waffling from me. Let's get into some questions, shall we? So, question this week that we've gone with is there a game that you think deserves a sequel that hasn't had one yet? So I'm going to go with Graham first. Give him a chance. Let's hear your answer, sir.
Yeah. So the one I picked is a game I liked through my childhood, or loved through my childhood. And that was Guardian Heroes. That was an awesome side-scrolling, multi-planed sort of beat 'em up in a way, but it just had sort of a great gameplay, great soundtrack, interesting story, but just not enough to sort of really flesh it out too much. Had multiple different arcs, different paths, and it could have that if someone picked it up, they could have just expanded that way out, and made another sort of a decent sequel to it. Especially in this day and age, it could have been massive and impressive.
What do you think? If they did to that, what they did to Streets of Rage,
Yeah,
that sort of art style and that sort of depth, that'd be awesome.
it would be. Yeah, it was awesome, and yeah, well, introducing like the multiplayer that they had on it, they could have just expanded it out. It could have been great fun. But would have loved that one to do it, mainly because I missed that game, missed playing that one. So for that one to have a sequel, that would be awesome.
Yeah. They re-released it on Xbox Live Arcade because it was a Saturn game originally, wasn't it?
Yeah,
which was good, but a proper sequel would be good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, old Goldie out.
The
screen.
Best move ever.
Yeah, Daniel, what have you got?
Mine one's a bit boring.
Tell me. Well,
I think it's a bit. I think most people would like it. A little game that Rockstar made, Bully. I liked. It was. I probably didn't enjoy it as much as I should have, because I think it was just in that era of we were missing GTA so much and needed another GTA. But Bully came out, and it had all the. Just had all the vibe of that kind of English, kind of schoolyard crap that you had to go through.
Don't you mean to call it Canem Edit?
Canem Edit.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That's what they had to call it in the UK, wasn't it? Because they couldn't call it Bully.
Oh, really? Was it? Well, I remember getting the game, and it was Bully something edition, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah, I think when they re-released it on the 360, I think they
changed
it. The original one they had to change to Canem Edit, which I forget what it means, but it wasn't Bully.
Oh, how ridiculous! But yeah, that game was really, really good, and to see what happens. It's just more GTA though, isn't it? It's in a schoolyard where you get to put people's heads down the bog and beat the crap out of people. It was good fun. I can't remember the lead character of that as well. Just remember his face. He looked like Shrek before Shrek came out.
He's a little bald guy, bald kid.
But yeah, it was a nice little game.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. That was great fun. But I can see why in this kind of day and age, something like that probably just wouldn't fly.
Well, yeah, and I don't think it'll ever come out. But then, GTA is going to come out, and I'm sure we'll have the weird things where you can get a lady to come in your car, do things to her, run her over, and
That's
get your money back.
adulting, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Different with the kids.
Adult
yeah,
fantasy, not
beating
as
each
in
other up.
yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you involve kids, like in GTA, can you kill a kid?
I've got never tried.
No, you can't. They
I
always
think
block
there are
that
even
kind of
any
thing.
kids in there.
They don't put any kids in those kind of things.
Yeah, well,
But I mean, like you, then the internet seems to be calling for it at large. But
yeah.
Whether it will happen or not, who knows? I don't think I've ever played it more than
Ooh.
maybe about an hour or so. I think I always say an hour or so, but I definitely played the beginning.
It's slow. It's very slow to start, kind of going through and plot, and then as you go through, I don't want to say it ramps up, but it gets better, and there's more kind of bits of string that just you just want to pull out a little bit more.
It's no Manhunt, though, is it?
Manhunt. That's another. But there was a Manhunt too, wasn't there?
There was a Manhunt too, and that was even too much for me. That was fucking horrendous. My goodness. Oh yeah, I had to stop playing that. It was fucking there was no need for that level of violence, but just sick. Anyway, Bully 2. Can them edit 2? Guardian Heroes 2 would be nice. I've gone for an old favourite I like to bring up a lot. Lollipop Chainsaw. I fucking love Lollipop Chainsaw. It was a hack and slash zombie adventure in the vein of No More Heroes or I forget his other games. Suda51 did it. It's fucking brilliant. You're just playing like a cheerleader with her boyfriend's dead head, decapitated head on her waist, who's like is still alive, and she's trying to bring him back from the dead. And you're just going through tons and tons of zombies and fucking crazy boss fights and over the top action, and add some awesome like licensed music as you're beating the shit out of everybody and chopping people in half. And yeah, that was brilliant. I'd love to see another one of them. I'd like to see it backwards compatible, but that's not going to happen thanks to the licensing issues. But yeah, no, great game.
You could just think they could put a track over it, though. You could get rid of all the music and put a different score on it. But
yeah, I think part of because it had there was a bit where you're sitting on like a combine harvester mowing down zombies in a field, and it had the song "You Turn Me Right Round" by I forget the name. You turn me right round,
baby, right.
And it's
Billy
just
Billy Idol.
No, it's a Spin Doctors. No,
Dead
or Alive.
The whole point it was sort of like it was like a comedy, mixed with it's brilliant, fantastic game. Yeah, bring back another Lollipop Chainsaw, please. I really should play that again.
It's a good job Ian's not here because you definitely hear like the Half-Life 2 or whatever it was. You need a sequel and have all that bloody. It's like a kinetic hand job.
Yeah, speaking of, we need Portal 3, we need Half-Life 3, we need all this sort of stuff. But yeah, we'll skip over them for now. Cool, gentlemen. Thank you very much for answering my question of the week. If you have a question, hit us up below. If you have an answer, hit us up below. If you just want to tell me shut up, it's up below. Cool. Should we get into what we've been playing then, gentlemen?
Yeah.
We must. If we must. Graham.
Yes.
Hit me up. What have you been playing this week?
I have been playing quite a few. I have been getting into Dying Light, as Ross made it feel like we all played it for about 45 minutes last week. And
he's very enthusiastic, is Ross.
Yeah. So I thought, after he gave that much of a monologue, I have to give it a go at least, even though it's the stealth bit almost sort of put me off. And yeah, the actual storyline around it is good. The graphics around it are amazing. And yeah, I can see why it's easy for those kind of fans to get into it. It's I get the vibe of the fact they did the Dead Island things. I can sense that kind of vibe to it as well. But yeah, it's okay. I'm getting vibes back from Greedfall because he likes to tell everyone he's searching for his sister Mia. I don't know why he needs to tell everyone that he's doing that. Even the same person.
Legate of the Congregate as well, is he?
Yeah, it's getting a bit there. He's told the same guy about 3 or 4 times. It's like I'm just waiting for him to go, I fucking know. You've told me. You're looking for your sister. I know her name. I'm almost know her date of birth. Right? You don't have to keep telling me you're looking for her. But yeah, it's I need to get a bit more past the sort of initial tutorial vibe of it to sort of really sort of put it through its paces, because at the moment it was a lot more stealth, and those didn't make it sound like it was purely stealth. It was like you had some options. You could go in guns blazing, or you could play it stealthy depending if you go at places during the day or night, etc. So I think I'm just getting to that part now where it's a bit more free roam to sort of do what you want.
How far?
So that's
Where are you in the game at the moment? Have you picked up your bracelet?
yeah, your marker. He's just slapped it on me and told me to go back to the bazaar, and yeah, so that's where I've kind of picked up, and there's different characters that I've already met that's given me side quests and stuff. So I think I'm pretty much in the mix to start roaming around. Yeah,
That's where I am at the moment. I've picked up my marker. Picked up last night.
yeah.
Ta-da.
And did you find the dark where you have to get past the sleeping zombies? You find that quite annoying, walking into walls and stuff?
Yeah, it's really, it's frustrating because obviously you push in the right trigger, don't you? And that kind of
sense the
sense,
surroundings.
yeah, goes up, and it's so annoying because you're like, oh, there's a bag there on the right hand side, so I'm going to turn, and you walk, and then you're like, it's the other side of the fucking wall. That doesn't help, does it? And then you're trying to find your way around, and then you've got like a zombie literally there. You're like, shit, can't go through that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm looking forward to starting it, and then we can, as I said before we started, play some co-op or something this week. Check it out.
Yeah, it'd be fun to experience it like that way, because it's not massively set up the way it's it's almost like Assassin's Creed with zombies at the moment. So to way that multiplayer will add into that kind of dynamic, it's be interesting to see.
Yeah, because I think you'd have up to 4, can't you? So
yeah, that's what kind of Ross said. So yeah, 4-player doing that kind of thing would make stealth a way much more harder, and I'd love to sabotage that for everyone involved.
Flashlight.
I'm not even
back out.
Oh
If we
yeah,
played some Far Cry together, I'm not even going to attempt to go stealth with you. I'll just go guns blazing.
you can't even make that claim when you set everything on fire. You cannot make that claim.
Hey, they can't spot you if they're already fucking burning. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I'm saying.
if only you kept it to them and not me involved as well.
All right. What else you been playing then before I set you on fire in Dead Island or Dying Light?
I was trying to pick up and finish off one of my previous review games, that Nobody Saves the World. I've kind of the last quest. I was just doing the last couple of bits before going into the last quest. But yeah, it's a good little kind of game. I'm enjoying that one, and that's why I want to get that one finished. But yeah, totally recommend that one.
The one on Game Pass.
It is, yes, you're right. It is on there now.
Which one's that then?
It's
Drinkbox one.
Yeah, it is. It's where you can change into different animals, and they all have like kind of different abilities. And basically, you just like different dungeons, different cave areas and stuff, and like different animals benefit different bits, and you only progress or level up by doing objectives rather than just grinding and hack and slash won't get you anywhere.
Okay.
You have to hit them with certain moves, or hit them all three at the same time, or mix and match different animals' moves. It's quite sort of a cool way of leveling up rather than just being quite a bland, straightforward kind of one. But yeah, I'm enjoying that one. I just want to get that one to completion rather than just moving on from that one. I've been trying to progress Halo Infinite at the same time, trying to get that one kind of completed. After knowing that you've completed it before me, I felt a bit ashamed, so I wanted to get that one kind of done too.
You should.
Yeah, and I will, but it's trying to sort of juggle a few at the same time. I also have another game that's on review, but that's not released till tomorrow, so I can't talk about that until the following week. But I've actually completed that one, so that's another thing that's been taking up my time, as well as playing a bit more FIFA 22 and riding along on that one, trying to improve my skills that bit more. But it seems to have been saturated a bit more currently. I don't know if you've played it at all recently.
I haven't touched it. What's been happening?
Just the next kind of thing. They have the Team of the Year, and now they've got the future stars and everything, and the whole market's saturated with sort of the high end players. That so much so that higher players like Van Dijk's going for 40,000 coins, and
Jesus.
Kante is now less than 100k, so he's gone down massively in price as well.
Wow.
And you can pick up 93 overall players for like 60 grand now.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, the market's saturated, so everyone's kind of got half decent teams. So it just makes winning that a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of fun to test yourself.
I'm out after that game with you and me. I'm done now. Those videos will go live, I think, next week. So I've put the first match, and then the second match comes, I think, the following day. So yeah.
My team has improved like about 100% from when you last played it, so you'd be in trouble now.
Sod that then. I'm out. I'm done. I'm not playing.
I still want to give Ian a game someday, so then we can get that up on the YouTube channel, because I think that'd be hilarious. The pair of us just fucking hacking left, right, and centre. 2 foot. Give me an extra foot. I need 3 feet.
Don't give me a red card, ref. It was never a red card. I just kicked him in the head.
No, give me all the red cards. Give me all the red cards.
Abandoned first.
Cool. Daniel, what have you been playing this week?
So, as I mentioned right at the beginning, I've been playing a really shitter Crossfire X. I don't know what
my
much
shitter out shit is your shitter.
Yeah, I don't know how much more there is to say about it. The multiplayer is dreadful. It feels laggy. It feels when you aim down sights, there feels like a millisecond too slow. Throwing a grenade, flipping hell, that takes forever.
What I didn't like about it was when I went to melee someone, I click the right stick in, and it gets the knife out, and then you've got to pull the trigger to attack, haven't you?
Ah, that's why I can't kill anyone. Right, okay. I didn't know that.
I was sneaking up on someone. I was doing one of the maps. I was right behind him. I was like, right, I'm going to fucking have you. So I clicked it, and he's got the knife out. I was like, why is he not doing anything? So I kept clicking it. I was like, oh, you've got to pull the trigger. And by then, I was dead.
Right. I didn't know that, so thank you. Because I don't think I saw a prompt for it. I think I tried a knife fight with someone. I always come off losing. Me and Carlos played a couple of games today, and it's just... It could be so fun if they fixed all the little kind of issues that are in the game. However, you've got Halo, you've got COD, you've got Warzone, you've got Apex, you've got... Battlefield's better than this, and Battlefield's going through a dreadful time. I would even say the Warface. Even that plays better than this multiplayer game, which is just I'm not happy. The campaign, however, is smooth. How much do I want to spoil? I'm not going to spoil the storyline. However, it feels like it was a Call of Duty campaign 4, 5, 6 years ago.
I was going to say one of the stories we read earlier on, a bit at the bottom I didn't read, was they said it feels like a Call of Duty from the 360 era.
Yeah, so with 2021, all right, okay, maybe they wrote the story in, we'll say 2019, but there doesn't feel to have that next kind of bells, whistles, that there's just, it's like, okay, it seems all right. Like I said, it plays well. If you're an achievement junkie, if you play the campaign, you don't get anything for it apart from completing the campaign. So all achievements are locked to the multiplayer, which is god awful. But yeah, just I don't think this should have released at all, or they should have just released the campaign. And I think if they would have released the campaign without the multiplayer, it may have received a better fanfare than it has now.
It seems to have come out and absolutely shit the bed, which, again, as we talked about earlier on, I forget if it was in the pre-show, just initial impressions from the beta and that were dreadful, and it seems like they've gone, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, I mean, they've seemed to have left it, which is just, it's crazy, especially as we said, there are so many games looking to kind of capture your attention, and especially in that shooter genre, it's going to get left big time. But enough with that crap game. I can't. I've got to write something up for that.
Right. What else have you been playing then? Something better, hopefully.
Yeah, something really good. Super Onion Boy 2. I looked at it. It looked quirky, rat-a-like a game. We all know I love a Ratalaika published game because they give out a few achievements.
You love them.
I love it. Well, I don't. I play them. So this, I can only describe this game as Super Mario World, like the first 3 or 4 levels. So the same kind of art style, the same textures, like the same. Literally, it feels exactly the same. It is really enjoyable. It's a platformer. If you couldn't tell, you got to collect coins. There's little treasure chests along the level, and as you open them up, you get abilities, which can turn you into a ninja. It can turn you, and you kind of change, and you've got like a little kind of bandana above your head, and you're dressed as a ninja. A wizard, you've got like a wizard hat, and then you've got a wand, and you fire out like spells that travel. Yeah, it's like really, really enjoyable. I found myself just playing and playing and playing. The levels are like 45 seconds long, so nothing too long, too strenuous. Just it's just a fun, happy little game. And if you like platforming and that kind of Mario style, this is something to definitely pick up.
In Ratalaika games, as you said, not only do they dole out achievements, they tend to be quite cheap as well, don't they?
Yeah, so I think this one is probably out now. They normally knock them out, don't they? They give you a 25% discount before the first week they're out. But yeah, they're normally only in and around a $5. And if you lust over like a Mario-esque game, this could be the one that will kind of scratch that itch.
So is Onion Boy more value for money than Crossfire?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, totally. Even though Crossfire X is free on Game Pass, yeah, Onion Boy would be the game to buy if you had a choice between the two.
Something like Ratalaika games almost seem like a perfect fit for like Game Pass, don't they? Really, I know they're cheap enough to buy anyway, but add a couple of them in every week. You fucking get the Chivos out.
Yeah,
well, some decent games in.
So I had a conversation with Corey about this once, and I think it was kind of alluding to that. But he said that obviously Ratalaika know their market, that they know they're like heavily with the achievement kind of hunter people. So why would you knock out your game for free if they will essentially give you a $5 for the game? Yeah, I mean it's a bizarre business model, but then like anything, you could just say, here's a taste of achievement hunting, now buy a couple of other games from us.
Yeah, just get 1 or 2 on, I mean, they release pretty much like in a game every week, I think.
I think it's every week, isn't it?
Might not be so bad.
It's like you're giving
generally they're not bad. They've put out some right shitters, but generally the games aren't that bad.
It sounds like you're going to sassy retort to the ladies' earlier thing about indie games. Hello, Ratalaika over there.
Exactly. If they can achieve anything they want, why the damn hell can't Boyfriend Dungeon, eh?
Yeah, Boyfriend Dungeon. That's got a luscious man on the cover, long, dark hair.
Right, well, before Daniel gets too turned on, should we move on?
Yeah, please. So what have you been playing, Jake?
Oh, I have been playing a couple of games this week. I'll start off with the good ones. Kung Fu Kickball. Did I talk about this last week? I can't remember. I don't think I did.
I think separately to me, you said you recommended it, saying it's not as bad as you think it's going to be.
So it's 2v2, kind of like, it reminds me of Rocket League, but in the manner of, you've got to kick the ball, hit the goal at the end. But it's 2v2, 2D play, and you play as stereotypical ninjas. The character looks a bit like Krillin out of Dragon Ball Z. There's like a little ninja lady and an old man, like drunk. What's his name? One from Virtua Fighter. The drunk old man.
Yeah.
Anyway, just sort of generic characters, but it's like volleyball basically. So you've got, or kickball, I should say. So 2v2, you've got to kick the ball, hit the bell at the opponent's end to score, and whoever scores the most at the end of the round wins. It's just fast, fun. It's a lot of fun. Me and Daniel played online pre-release, and the lag was horrendous, which I haven't checked since it come out, but it was almost unplayable. However, local players really good. I play with the kids and the wife, and And yeah, it's good fun. It's just simple to get into. Nothing too complicated. Like an arcade mode, there's tournaments and stuff you can set up.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just simple, fun arcade gaming, really.
I like
You're
what they
kicking a
did.
ball at a bell end. What? The bell at the end? Is that what you said?
You have to hit the bell end. Yes.
That's right.
You got to kick the balls into the bell end.
Oh Jesus!
Otherwise you can't score. If you
I
don't
thought I
score,
missed something. I just want to make sure that was definitely the case. He said you have to hit the end of the bell with the ball. So I was making sure I was hitting it right.
Oh God! I was going to say I enjoyed the fact that they had the environmental kind of elements to the game, but after that bell end comment, I think we'll just move on.
Yeah, well, that's that.
Did you hit the bell end?
There's
Many
various
times.
levels with different elements where even though the bell end is hidden, you've got to try and get it up and around. You can't just go straight for the bell end. You've got to go up and around it. Sort of reach around to try and get to the bell end.
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, no, it's a really good game.
And you said it kept stuttering and struggling to load, and then it all just happened at once.
Eventually it loads, and it's just, once it's in, you're laughing.
Who won that game, even though it was laggy, just out of interest?
I have a feeling you did, but
Cool.
Oh, is that why I brought it up? I won a broken game.
I think you won in overtime at the end. But yeah, no, it's well worth a check out. It's a lot of fun, especially again in local play. And hopefully the online works better now it's actually released, because again we played it pre-release. I've also been playing a game called Don't Be Afraid, which is supposedly a really highly rated horror game on Steam, and I haven't finished it yet. I'll get my review done this week, I think, but it's quite good so far. I'm quite enjoying it. It's almost like I'm trying to think, like Outlast, but much more basic. So you start in a room and you've basically got to go through and figure out how to open the end door. So you go into these little offshoots and you got to find the items to open the door, to open the cupboard, to find, to unlock this, to unlock that, etc. And every time you progress, there's mannequins everywhere, and they move position. And some of them, the only source of light you got is a candle, and they blow out the candle if you walk past them. Or there's an enemy that, even though they don't move when you're there, they've got a knife, and sort of as you progress, they get closer and closer to you. And so far, they haven't killed me, but I'm pretty sure once I get further on in the game, they're going to be a threat. But yeah, it's pretty good. So it's quite, not necessarily tricky puzzles, but they don't really hold your hand. So like, there's lots of like graffiti on the wall, say like, this switch needs to be in this position, and then on the other side of the level, there'd be another graffiti saying this switch needs to be in this position. You have to try and find them and figure out which ones are on about, and where stuff goes and stuff like that. And it's quite creepy. There's I don't know if this will get us in trouble on YouTube or whatever, but there's quite an element of I'm just going to say it, paedophilia, because the story is this guy, I forget his name, he's kidnapped kids, he's put them in this horror maze he's made basically, and they've got to try and escape. And the character you play as is the latest in a long line of kids, because there's notes everywhere from previous kids, and there's one that sort of managed to escape, and he's left you hints as how to get out, and like audio tapes and stuff. And it's quite creepy. He almost plays it like the Joker from Batman, like Mark Hamill's Joker. Very similar tone in his voice and the way he speaks and the way he acts and stuff. Yeah, no, it's quite good. It's not necessarily very scary, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm stuck on a room. I've got to try and figure out how to get out, but yeah, well worth a check out. I think that one is out about a couple of weeks ago, so yeah, go check that one out.
I'll give that one a miss.
Bit of horror action.
Why is that, Dan?
I can't do those games like Hello Neighbor. It just reeked of.
Oh, Hello Neighbor's a good shout, actually. Yeah,
it just reeked of paedophilia. I was like, no, out, can't play it.
Yeah, I mean, they don't outright say it. I mean, he's literally kidnapping kids to kill them, but there's some of the notes you find, he's like talking about looking after him and treating them well, and I was like, yeah, hopefully we get to kill him at the end, but yeah, the general gist is of the game is quite good. I'm quite enjoying it. And then the last game I've been playing this week, which I really, really wish I hadn't bothered, is let me just find the name. The Dead Tree of Ranch Una. Let's go with that. It doesn't matter how you fucking pronounce it because it's fucking shit. So this is third game from a lad. I assume it's a lad, maybe a girl. Who knows? Called Donguk Door or something. And I think he's got a 10 game deal with East Asia Soft to publish his experiences. And I reviewed Lucid Cycle, and that was awful. I reviewed I can't remember what it's fucking called now. Mind has gone blank.
Wasn't a shrimp, was it?
It wasn't a shrimp, no. Yeah, Lucid Cycle was terrible. Oh, Deja Vu Drizzle Path, which I spoke about a few weeks ago on here. That was even worse. And this is by far the worst one. It's just fucking shit. So it's a walking simulator, which already get a bad rap as it is. But at least with something like Dear Esther or Stanley Parable or something, there's either a good story or there's good visuals or something to enjoy at least. Even if one, you might not enjoy the slow pace, but you could get sort of sucked into the story, or you just enjoy looking at the the nice visuals and stuff they made.
Oh, it's not like that other horrible one you made me play where you're looking at all the different artwork and shit.
Yes, that Promesa one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I would rather play that because at least that sort of got on with it. This is just there's all right. Let me just have a quick look at my review here. The only thing that I could even remotely recommend about this game, or like say a good thing about, is the music. It's quite nice orchestral music. I'm assuming it's original, but it might very well be from some audio library somewhere or something. I don't know. It's decent. It's not fucking amazing or anything, but it's decent. However, everything else is just fucking shit. The character moves like a walking through fucking treacle. Everything, even though you're in like a naturalistic environment, there's trees and mountains and stuff. Everything is very brown and very grey and very boring. The characters are written horrendously, acted even worse, and the audio mix means there's a girl character and a boy character at one point, and she was talking. And I had to turn my headphones down because it was so fucking loud. And then I couldn't hear the dudes. I had to turn the right way back up again. And it's just the balance was awful. There's literally nothing to do except walk and just experience the story as in a walking simulator. However, I got to one point and it wasn't even a maze. It was literally just an oval with like an offshoot on it. And I had no idea where to go. It all looked exactly the same. I kept going around in circles and then back where I started. So I turned it off and I thought, why the fuck am I wasting my time playing this pile of shit when I could play in literally anything else? Awful game. I'm not against walking simulators, like I said, like Dear Esther and Stanley Parable, and there's a few other ones I played. Gone Home, stuff like that. Really good. But this is just, I don't know. East Asia Soft generally put out decent games. And so what they're doing, associating themselves with this turd, it baffles me. It's just awful. Not even good for achievements because it takes a couple of hours to finish. And yeah, no. Just, I would rather play Road Rage than this.
It makes me wonder
Wow.
how you get a 10-game deal if your games are that. Well, how did he wow them?
I don't know what he's done. He must have some fucking dirt on the chief of East Asia Soft or something, because like I said, Lucid Cycle was just about barely a game, but it was a really poorly executed game. And then Drizzle Path was a walking simulator like this, but you literally just walk forward the entire game. The story of this dead tree, whatever it's called, it's almost like he did in Drizzle Path. He's kind of gone mash to the keyboard. All right, let's try and make a sentence out of that. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Does it make any sense? No. Is there any reason to it? No. Let's just every now and then just throw words at people and see if they can extract some sort of meaning to it. And it's just shit. Utter shit. I'm all for random experiences, but this is just no. So, yeah. But don't go and buy it. Go and buy literally anything else.
But not Crossfire.
I'd rather play Crossfire. I'd rather be forced to play Crossfire for a month straight than play this shit again. It's just dreadful, absolutely dreadful. So great. You've obviously got access to it. I want you to play it and report back next week. And see
No,
what
you did
think.
that with Premier. I'm not doing it with this fucking thing
I want
again.
you, please. You need to try it. I need to know.
You said that last time.
I need to know my pain is justified because it's fucking dreadful. I mean, I was speaking to our friend at Life is Xbox, Ty Jim. He reviewed it as well, but he didn't play the previous two. And so he went through it and he was like, "This is awful." Yes, it is. Yeah. So reviews up now. Read it if you like, but don't play it. Please don't play it. Awful.
So I'm a bit upset you didn't do any gameplay for it.
I think we'd probably lose all 500 odd subscribers if I put that up because they'd be so bored to tears they'd just hit the unsubscribe button by accident. Oh yeah. So Gray, report back next week. Thank you very much. Okay, that's about it for me this week. I think that I've been playing. Yeah, just awful. I can't get over how bad that was. I thought third time might be the charm, but clearly not.
It sounds like they're getting progressively worse as well, not progressively better.
So, I've asked everybody not to remind me not to request this next one from them, but I think out of morbid curiosity, I'm going to have to just to see if we can get at least one decent game out of this. But we'll see. We will see. So, no hopes at all. I think that's about it for games we've been playing. So let's wrap this shiznit up, shall we? Graham, tell us about games with gold, and then I'll go back to Daniel.
So,
press spacebar to talk.
I lost everybody. Yeah,
I know. I need to read it and press spacebar at the same time. So give me a sec.
I was going to say I could do them if it makes it easier.
Nope, I am there, and here we go. We have Broken Sword 5. Yeah, go on, Dan. You're going to have to do this for a sec.
No worries. Right, okay, so Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse, is available from the 1st of February until the 28th of February. Aerial Knights Never Yield is available from the February the 16th until March 15th. Hydrophobia is available from the 1st of February until the 15th. And finally, Bands of Bugs, available from the 16th of Feb until the 28th.
Thank you.
No problem.
Go check them out. As we always say, free games is free games, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Just managed to get it aligned just as Dan said he'd take over. Just got it.
No, I assure you, not one of them games is any worse than fucking Dead Tree. So at the very least, go check them out. What about games of Game Pass, Daniel?
Yeah, I can't even do Game Pass games. I'm trying to find the bit that says Game Pass games, and I can't find it. I stupidly didn't. Hang on, what are we now? February. Okay, no, hang on. That's all right. So tomorrow, you've got Ark Ultimate Survivor Edition, which is obviously out for Valentine's Day. And
coming in?
Yeah, coming in. And then you've got I can't even do this. Infernax is dropping as well on Valentine's Day.
The one I'm reviewing.
Oh, spoiler alert. And then finally, you've got Total War Warhammer 3 on February the 17th, which I believe is a different take on the Warhammer style of game, isn't it? Isn't this the top-down one?
Pass.
Okay.
This isn't the one I was talking about in our Trello the other day.
Okay, I would say I could see the trailer, but I've got 25 seconds to wait for that, so I'm not even going to bother. Yeah, I can do the games that are leaving as well. So the ones leaving, we've got Control, you've got Code Vein, Project Winter, The Falconeer, Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age, and The Medium. And you can pick those games up if you want to buy them. I think it's 20% off.
Yeah, normally with Game Pass. 20% before they leave.
Yeah, which they normally leave kind of 15th, 16th of February.
So go check them out as well. Decent games in, unfortunately leaving, but no doubt we'll get some more decent games in There was one actually I played earlier this week, only very briefly, called Besiege, which is in game preview on Game Pass. And it's kind of like a physics-based construction thing where you build a like a car, or not a car, like a vehicle. You have to charge into castles or forts or stuff and try and knock them down. What I played so was pretty good, actually.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, so go check that one out. Oh, gentlemen, I think that's us done, isn't it?
It is.
I think so.
So if you made it this far, you're a fucking hero. We love you. Thank you very much for listening or watching or joining us on whatever service you use to listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, all that
Yeah.
good stuff that keeps Daniel happy.
And Ross will be
And-
back to fix whatever mess I created on this channel.
Back to you, back to the five some next week, no doubt, when we'll talk about more games, banter, and whatever else comes across our minds.
Indeed.
Nice. Thank you very much. I've been Jamie, and you can follow me at ENXAN on Twitters or at Xbox Tavern on Twitters. You can also follow Graham.
I agree.